Good morning. It's Saturday morning and we're out at Prescott High School. We're here for a small tournament with some of the local teams. The first match of the day will be Hudson Raiders versus Boyceville. The girls are on their court, getting ready to play. Boyceville is out on the board first. That's kill for Cat. I'm going to take a brief time out to move my camera. Thank you for your patience. I was standing in the spot where the line judge and the coach needed to be, so I just needed to move back to the other side to get a little better angle for you. Hudson is serving. Cat's the next server. Hudson has 3. Boyceville has 1. That's a kill, or an ace for Cat. That's another ace for Cat. Oh, I must have had the score wrong. It is Hudson 4, Boyceville 3. That is another ace for Cat. And that's another ace. That's a net serve. Natalie hits that one out of bounds. The score is tied at 5. 4 hits being called on Boyceville. It's a point for Hudson.
Is that ours? I need that. Why do they do that?
The next server is Alicia. Tip before it headed out of bounds. That's a point for Boyceville. That's a kill for Natalie. Hudson has 7, Boyceville has 6. Next server is Kirsten. Point for Hudson. Lift being called on Boyceville. That's a point for Hudson. Kirsten will continue to serve. Net serve. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Boyceville. Nice little save there. Drops down on the Boyceville side after Natalie's hit. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 10, Boyceville has 8. The next server is Cammie. Brought down by Kat for a point. However, it did appear to hit the ceiling, and the ref ruled that out of bounds. Drops in on the Boyceville side. Point for Hudson. That did hit a basketball net on the way down, which caused a little funny jump for the ball. Cammie's serve is out of bounds. Hudson has 12, Boyceville has 9. Lift being called on Boyceville. Point for Hudson. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in. And the next server is Katie. Hits the ceiling, but Boyceville's able to recover, and they still had another hit before it went over, so they are allowed to continue to play that. Alicia's ball is into the net. Point for Boyceville. Hudson has 13. Boyceville has 10. Calling 4 hits on the Hudson side. Player in the net on the Boyceville side. Point for Hudson. Substitution being made. Jennifer and Lindsay are coming in for Amber and Kirsten. The next server is Lindsay. Drops in on the Hudson side. It's a point for Boyceville. Substitution being made on the Boyceville side. Hudson has 14, Boyceville has 12. That's a kill by Alicia. The next server is Kat. I wish I could get all the servers in, but the angle that I'm at prevents it. That's a ace for Kat. That's a kill for Alicia. Hudson has 17. Boyceville has 12. Cat is still serving. That's an ace for Cat. It's another ace for Cat. Hudson has 19. Boyceville has 12. Cat's on a roll. Hudson has 20. Boyceville has 12. Alicia taps that one over the net for a point. Ball being fetched from the other court, getting it out of our area. It's another ace for Cat. Timeout being called by Boyceville. Timeout is over. Cat continues to score. The score is 22-12 up there on the scoreboard. Signal is given for Cat. Four hits being called on the Boyceville side. Ball is hit out of bounds by Boyceville. This is game point for Hudson. They have 24. Boyceville has 12. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Boyceville. Cat gets that one over for the last point of the game. Hudson has 25. Boyceville has 13. Hudson has taken the first game of the match. There'll be a brief timeout while the players switch side and get ready for game 2. We are about ready to begin game 2 of the match between Hudson and Boyceville. Players have switched sides and are into position. Hudson is serving first this game. The first server is Lindsay. Ball is hit out of bounds by Boyceville. Drops in on the Boyceville side. That's an ace for Lindsay. And another ace for Lindsay. Hudson has 4. Boyceville has 0. That one hits the fan up above. Comes down rather quickly onto the floor on the Boyceville side. Cammie pushes that over. Off the blocker's arm and out of bounds. Point for Boyceville. Hudson has 5. Boyceville has 1. Ball is served out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Substitution for Hudson. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. Cat is serving. Gets in behind the blockers. Point for Boyceville. Hudson has 6. Boyceville has 2. Player in the net on the Hudson side, number 16. That's a point by Alicia. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Ball is hit out of bounds by Boyceville. Nice recovery after that hits the ceiling, but Morgan is there for the block. Point for Hudson. Ball is served out of bounds by Alicia. Alicia goes out. Katie comes back in. Even though Morgan has the point, she was in the net, so that is a point for Boyceville. Hudson has 9. Boyceville has 5. Oh, a nice little push over the net by Brittany for a point. Substitution being made. Amber and Kirsten are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. And the next server is Kirsten. Boyceville fails to get it over the net. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 11. Boyceville has 5. Morgan pushes that one down for a point. Morgan reaches over and grabs that ball, pushes it back. That point is by Kat. The libero on Boyceville does dig it up, but it hits the ceiling and comes back down quite quickly. puts that one down for a point. Hudson has 14, Boyceville has 5. Kirsten is still serving. Amber's serve is out of bounds. Point for Boyceville. Boyceville gets an ace. They find the back corner. That one trickles over the net for a point. Boyceville hits that one into the net. Point for Hudson. Substitution being made. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. That's a kill by Morgan. For a point, Hudson has 16, Boyceville has 8. That's an ace for Cammie. Cammie's serve is out of bounds. Cat's hit is out of bounds. Boyceville's serve is out of bounds. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in. The next server is Katie. Hudson has 18. Boyceville has 10. Boyceville's ball is hit out of bounds. Tip as it heads out of bounds. That's a point for Boyceville. Substitution is being made on the Boyceville side. Alicia hits that ball into the net. Hudson having a hard time with some of those little quick ones. Another point for Boyceville. Player in the net on the Hudson side. Number 14. Drops down on the Boyceville side for a point for Hudson. Hudson has 20, Boyceville has 14. Substitution being made. Lindsay and Jennifer are coming in for Amber and Kirsten. The next server is Lindsay. Hudson fails to get that ball over the net. Point for Boyceville. That's an ace for Boyceville. That's a very nice short serve. Jennifer's ball is hit into the net. Hudson has 20, Boyceville has 17. Boyceville finds the back line with that ball. Timeout being called by Hudson. Players resuming their places on the court. Hudson has taken one timeout so far this game. Boyceville has not taken any. Little miscommunication on Boyceville. It drops down to the floor. That's a point for Hudson. Substitution. Cammie is going out. Brittany's coming in for her. Hudson has 21. Boyceville has 18. The next server is Kat. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Boyceville. That's a kill by Brittany. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Player in the net on the Hudson side. Hudson has 22, Boyceville has 20. Jennifer pushes that one down on the Boyceville side for a point. Substitution being made. Kirsten and Amber are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. Hudson has 23, Boyceville has 20. Substitution also being made on the Boyceville side. The next server is Kirsten. Point is by Morgan. This is game point for Hudson. They have 24. Boyceville has 20. That is an ace and game point for Hudson. Final score, Hudson 25, Boyceville 20. Hudson has taken the first match in 2 straight games. There'll be a brief timeout while the players switch sides and get ready for the next match. Good morning. We're about ready to begin game 2 of the match out here in Prescott. This match is between Hudson and Spring Valley. Lindsay is the first server. Ball is hit into the net by Spring Valley. Hudson's on the board first. That's a kill by Alicia. Hudson has 2. Ball drops in on the Hudson side, but it was out of bounds, excuse me. Drops down on the Spring Valley side. Hudson has 4, Spring Valley has 0. That's a kill by Jennifer. Ball is tipped over the net by Spring Valley for a point. Hudson has 5, Spring Valley has 1. Alicia hits that ball out of bounds. Alicia hits that one into the net. Ball is hit out of bounds by Spring Valley, but they are also calling a player in the net on Hudson's side. So the point will go to Spring Valley. Spring Valley fails to get the ball over the net. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat. Block is hit out of bounds by Jennifer. It's a point for Spring Valley. Hudson has 7, Spring Valley has 5. Cat hits that ball into the net. Lift called on Spring Valley, plus it did drop down on their side. Point for Hudson. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. a kill by Morgan. Hudson has 9, Spring Valley has 6. That's a kill by Spring Valley. Alicia goes out, Katie comes in. Ball is hit out of bounds by Brittany. Point for Spring Valley.
Go on, Allie. Good serve.
Morgan hits that one over for a point. Substitution being made. Amber and Kirsten are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. The next server is Kirsten. Drops in on the Spring Valley side. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 11. Spring Valley has 8. Ball drops in on the Hudson side. A point for Spring Valley. Ball is served out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Hudson has 12. Spring Valley has 10. Player into the net on the Hudson side. 19, that would be Morgan. Sorry, my camera was hit by the ball. Give me a moment to readjust, please. The ball drops in on the Hudson side. That's a point for Spring Valley. The score is tied at 12. That's a kill by Kat. Substitution, Morgan is going out, Alicia is coming in, and Katie is serving. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Spring Valley. The score is tied at 13. That point is by Amber. Substitution. Lindsay and Jennifer are coming in for Kirsten and Amber. The next server is Lindsay. That's a kill by Kat. Point for Hudson. A lot of nice activity on that point. Hudson has 15. Spring Valley has 13. Block at the net by Alicia and Jennifer. Point is by Alicia. Finds the open spot in the middle. Timeout being called by Spring Valley. Spring Valley has taken one timeout so far this game. Hudson 0. Hudson has 17. Spring Valley has 13. Down ref checking something out at the scorekeeper's table. That ball trickles over the net for a point and an ace by Lindsay. That's a kill by Kat. Popped up by Kat. And a kill by Kat. Hudson has 19. Spring Valley has 13. Popped up by Kat to Lindsay. Jennifer hits that into the net. Point for Spring Valley. Spring Valley finds the line for the ace and the point. Hudson has 20. Spring Valley has 15. Drops down on the Spring Valley side. It does hit the basketball net above the volleyball net, which makes some plays a little more difficult than others. Kat is the next server. Brittany has come in for Cammie. Cat's serve is out of bounds. Hudson has 21, Spring Valley has 15. Drops in on the Hudson side. Some nice playing on both sides. Alicia hits that into the net, but some very good playing by both teams for that point. A lot of action. That's a kill for Brittany. Hudson has 22. Spring Valley has 18. Morgan is coming in for Katie. And the next server is Alicia.
Right on now, come on. Go.
Ball is hit out of bounds by Spring Valley. Point for Hudson. Lindsay gets that one up. Cat digs that one up and hits it over. Drops in on the Spring Valley side for a point. This is game point for Hudson. They have 24. Spring Valley has 18. Alicia's ball is served out of bounds. That's a point for Spring Valley. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. This is still game point. Little miscommunication on the Spring Valley side. It drops down by the net. This is point and game for Hudson with the final score of Hudson 25, Spring Valley 19. There'll be a brief timeout while the players switch sides and get ready for game 2 of the match. We are about ready to begin game 2 of the match between the Hudson Raiders and Spring Valley. Spring Valley will be serving first. If Hudson wins this game, the match will be over. If Spring Valley wins, we will need to play a third game to determine the winner of the match. Up and down ref, still getting things organized. Whistle has blown to begin. First serve is out of bounds by Spring Valley. Hudson's on the board first. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. And the server is Kat. That's an ace for Kat.
sure I want one.
That's another ace for Cat.
Come on, Red, let's go now.
Net serve for Cat. Hudson has 3, Spring Valley has 1. Overpass is brought down by Spring Valley for a point. Ball is hit under the net by Alicia. So no point for Hudson, but 1 for Spring Valley. The score is tied at 3. Point for Spring Valley.
Keep it going now, keep it going.
And Alicia hits the net. Point for Spring Valley. Spring Valley has 5, Hudson has 3. Spring Valley hits that ball into the net. Point for Hudson. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in. And the next server is Alicia. Nicely brought up by Lindsay. Jennifer pushes that one down on the Spring Valley side for a point. The score is tied at 5. Oh, now we're having a discussion on what happened with that last point. The down ref is talking with the line judge. The coach for Spring Valley is confused about that call and what actually happened. The up ref and the down ref are now discussing it. And so now the down ref is talking to Coach Dennis of the Raiders, Hudson Raiders. We're trying to decide what happened. Okay, so they have decided, after talking to both coaches, line judge, up and down ref, to have a redo on that one. So Alicia will be serving again. Ball is hit out of bounds by Spring Valley. The score is tied at 5. Net serve by Alicia. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Spring Valley has 6. Hudson has 5. Drops in on the Spring Valley side. Point for Hudson. Substitution, Kirsten and Amber are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. The next server is Kirsten. Nice block there. Morgan hits it down on the Spring Valley side for a point. The score is tied at 6. It trickles over the net, but Spring Valley is able to get under it. Morgan pops that one down for a point. Ball is hit out of bounds by Spring Valley. We are having a little bit of scoring problems. The score is Hudson 9, Spring Valley 6. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Spring Valley.
Good serve now. Good serve. All right, good serve.
Morgan pushes that through the blocker for a point. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. Hudson has 10. Spring Valley has 7. The next server is Cammie. That's a kill for Spring Valley. They're trying to fetch the ball that was hit into the bleachers. Giving applause to the mom that was able to get up there and get it. Nice duck by Katie because that ball was headed out of bounds. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in. The next server is Katie. There was a substitution on the Spring Valley side as well. Block at the net by Alicia and Amber. Kat hits that one over the net. Kat hits that one out of bounds. Point for Spring Valley. Set's not up high enough for Alicia to get a hit on that ball. Hudson has 11. Spring Valley has 10. Ball was served out of bounds. Substitution, Lindsay and Jennifer are coming in for Amber and Kirsten. Lindsay is serving. Lift being called on Katie. Point for Spring Valley. Cat manages to get that one over the net. Spring Valley finds the open spot on the floor for a point. The score is tied at 12. That's a kill by Cat. Substitution, Natalie is coming in for Cammie, and the next server is Cat. Drops in on the Spring Valley side, point for Hudson. Hudson has 14, Spring Valley has 12. That's a kill by Natalie.
Come on, Valley. You can do it now. Come on.
Timeout being called by Spring Valley. Spring Valley has taken one timeout so far this game. Hudson has taken 0. Drops in on the Hudson side, point for Spring Valley. Substitution being made for Spring Valley. Hudson has 15, Spring Valley has 13. Jennifer's blocked at the net. Point for Spring Valley. That's a kill for Natalie. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Cat gets a piece of it, but not enough to bring it in. Point for Spring Valley. Hudson has 16, Spring Valley has 15. Spring Valley hits that one into the net. Point for Hudson. Substitution, Amber and Kirsten are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. The next server is Kirsten. Amber is blocked at the net. Point for Spring Valley.
Okay, and over the net. Good serve. Come on. All right, way to dig it, way to dig it.
Spring Valley gets past the blockers for a point. The score is tied at 17.
Good serve.
Lift being called. Point for Spring Valley.
Okay, keep it going, Aaron. Come on now. Over the net. Oh, that was...
Amber's ball is hit out of bounds.
Keep it going now, over the net. All right, good serve.
Morgan puts that one down for a point. Hudson has 18, Spring Valley has 19. Cammie has come in for Natalie, and the next server is Cammie. Lift being called on Spring Valley. The score is tied at 19. Morgan tips that one over. They're able to recover. Ball is hit out of bounds by Spring Valley. A point for Hudson. Hudson has 20. Spring Valley has 19. Ball is hit out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Cat hits that one out of bounds. Hudson has 21, and Spring Valley has 20. Net serve by Spring Valley. Alicia is coming in for Morgan, and the next server is Katie. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Spring Valley. Hudson has 22. Spring Valley has 21. That's a kill by Cat. Substitution, Lindsay and Jennifer are coming in for Kirsten and Amber. Hudson has 23. Spring Valley has 21. The next server is Lindsay. Double hit being called on Spring Valley. Point for Hudson. This is game point for Hudson.
Hey, Red, come on, you can do it now. Let's get it back.
Hudson has 24. Spring Valley has 21. Four hits on the Spring Valley side. Hudson has won the game and the match with the final score of Hudson 25, Spring Valley 21.
Way to go, girl. Good game.
There'll be a brief timeout before Hudson gets ready for the third match of the day. Good morning. We are about ready to begin the third game of the day between the Hudson Raiders and the Prescott Cardinals. Hudson is serving first, and our first server is Lindsay. Drops in on the Prescott side. Hudson's on the board first. Four hits, but Alicia and Kat were there for the block too. Hudson has two. Kat tries to dig that one up, but it still drops down behind her. Point for Prescott. Line judge says that ball was out of bounds. The next server is Kat. And get some of it. Hudson has three. The Cardinals have one. Down ref checking some rotation. That's an ace for Kat. Net serve for Kat. Short serve. Kat gets that one over the net. Alicia's block is hit out of bounds. That's a point for Prescott. The score is tied at 4. Cat's overpass is taken care of by Prescott. Timeout being called by Hudson. Girls are getting back to their positions on the court. Yep, ref is discussing something with the line judges. Prescott has 6, Hudson has 4. Alicia gets the point for that one. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Block falls down in front of the blockers. Point for Spring Valley. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Spring Valley hits that one into the net. Substitution being made. Amber and Kirsten are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. The next server is Kirsten. Prescott Cardinals have 7. Hudson Raiders have 6. Block is hit out of bounds. Point for Prescott. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. Substitution being made. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Point for Prescott. Substitution being made on the Prescott side. The Cardinals have 9. The Raiders have 7. Drops in on the Hudson side. Player in the net on the Prescott side. Point for Hudson. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. That's an ace for Katie. Ball is hit out of bounds by Spring Valley, by Prescott. The score is tied at 10. Katie's serve is out of bounds. Drops in on the Prescott side. That point was by Alicia. Substitution. Jennifer and Lindsay are coming in for Amber and Kirsten. The score is tied at 11. The next server is Lindsay. Nice block by Alicia and Jennifer. That's a kill by Kat. Timeout being called by Prescott. One timeout has been taken by both sides this game. Kat hits that one into the net. The score is tied at 12. Kill by Kat. Substitution. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat. Player in the net on the Hudson side. It's a point for Prescott. The score is tied at 13. Alicia is blocked at the net. Player in the net again. Alicia was over the line under the net. Player in the net on the Prescott side. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in. The next server is Alicia. Prescott has 15. Hudson has 14. That's a kill for Prescott. In the net. On the Hudson side, point for Prescott. Prescott has 17, Hudson has 14. Drops in on the Hudson side. Ball is served out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Substitution being made. Kirsten and Amber are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. The next server is Kirsten. Prescott Cardinals have 18. Hudson Raiders have 15. Drops in on the Hudson side. That's a kill by Amber. Substitution being made. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. Prescott has 19. Hudson has 16. The next server is Cammie. Drops in on the Hudson side. Substitution being made for Prescott. That's a point for Hudson by Amber. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in. The next server is Katie. Ball is served out of bounds by Katie. Prescott has 21. Hudson has 17. Amber's hit is out of bounds. Point for Prescott. It's a point for Prescott. Timeout being taken by Hudson. Two timeouts have been called by Hudson. One by one by Prescott. Spring Valley and Prescott have same color uniforms. The score is Prescott 23, Hudson 17. Miscommunication on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. This is game points for Prescott. They have 24. Hudson has 17. Alicia's ball is hit into the net. That is game for Prescott. The final score of Prescott 25, Hudson 17. There'll be a brief timeout while the players switch sides and get ready for the next game. We are about ready to begin the second game of the match between Prescott Cardinals and Hudson Raiders. Prescott will be serving first. Four hits on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. Jennifer is blocked at the net. Prescott has 2. Hudson has 0. kill by Kat. Excuse me. The next server is Kat. Substitution being made. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. Prescott is blocked at the net, plus they got a lift. It's a point for Hudson. The score is tied at 2. Ball is tipped as it heads out of bounds. Point for Prescott. That's a kill by Natalie. Morgan is coming in for Katie, and the next server is Alicia. The score is tied at 3. Nice save by Hudson. Ball is hit out of bounds. Hudson has 4. Prescott has 3. Tipped over the net by Prescott for a point. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. The score is tied at 4. Net serve by Prescott. Kirsten and Amber are coming in for Jennifer and Lindsay. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. Kirsten is still serving. Hudson has 6. Prescott has 4. That's an ace for Kirsten. Redo. There was a ball rolling across the court. Kind of distracted the down ref and one of the players. So they're just going to do a redo. Net serve by Kirsten. Natalie's hit is out of bounds. Hudson has 7. Prescott has 6. That's a kill by Morgan. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. Cammie is serving. Nice dig by Katie. a kill by Cat. Timeout being called by Prescott. Or excuse me, it was not a timeout, it's a substitution. Hudson has 9, Prescott has 6. Cammie's serve is out of bounds. Another substitution by Prescott. It's a kill by Cat. Hudson has 10. Prescott has 7. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 11. Prescott has 7. Interesting save there, but it worked. Block is hit out of bounds. Point for Prescott. Timeout being called. There seems to be an injury to Prescott. We'll take a brief timeout. Everybody is back out on the court. Hudson has 11. Prescott has 8. The refs are discussing something, so the girls are all huddling up on both teams. One timeout has been called so far in this game by the Cardinals, none by the Raiders. Someone coming across the plane of the net before the ball. Point for Hudson. Substitution for Hudson. Jennifer and Lindsay are coming in for Kirsten and Amber. There's also a substitution on the Prescott side. The next server is Lindsay. Hudson has 12. Prescott has 8. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 13. Prescott has 9. Natalie has come in for Cammie. And the next server is Kat. That's a kill for Jennifer. Hudson has 14. Prescott has 9. Nice dig by Kat. Through the blocker. Point for Prescott. Jennifer hits the antenna, which is ruled out of bounds. Hudson has 14. Prescott has 11. Dug up, nice by Kat to Lindsay. Natalie puts it over. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. If Prescott wins, the match will be over. If Hudson wins, it'll need to go to a third game to determine the winner of the match. Natalie's ball fails to clear the net. Timeout being taken by Hudson. One timeout has been taken by both sides this game. Alicia pushes that one down on the Prescott side for a point. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in. The next server is Alicia. Jennifer takes that ball down for a point. Hudson has 16. Prescott has 13. Alicia's ball is in the net. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. Point for Hudson. Substitution being made. Amber and Kirsten are coming in for Lindsay and Jennifer. The next server is Kirsten. Drops in on the Hudson side. Substitution being made on the Prescott side. Point for Prescott. Cat decides at the last moment not to grab for that ball, which is good. It was out of bounds. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. And the next server is Cammie. Drops in on the Prescott side, a point for Hudson. Hudson has 19, Prescott has 16. Trickles over the net on the Hudson side, point for Prescott. Substitution being made on the Prescott team. Ball is on the back line. Point for Prescott. Hudson has 19. Prescott has 18. Ball drops in on the Hudson side. Score is tied at 19. Ball fails to cross the net. Prescott has 20. Hudson has 19. Prescott pushes that over the blockers for a point. It's a kill by Cat. Katie is serving. Morgan's gone out. Alicia is in, and that ball fails to clear the net. The score is tied at 21. Cammie brings that ball down on the line for a point. Hudson has 22. Prescott has 21. Net serve by Katie. Score is tied at 22. That's a kill by Cat. Substitution. Lindsay and Jennifer are coming in for Kirsten and Amber. Timeout being called by Prescott. 2 timeouts have been called by Prescott, 1 by Hudson. Lindsay is the next server. Block is hit out of bounds. The score is tied at 23. by Cat on that overpass. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Cat. This is game point for Hudson. Hudson has 24. Prescott has 23, but you must win by 2. Cat blocked by Jennifer. Drops in on the Prescott side. Hudson has won the second game of the match with the final score of Hudson 25, Prescott 23. There'll be a brief timeout while the players get ready for the third and deciding game of the match. We are about ready to begin the third game of the match between the Prescott Cardinals and the Hudson Raiders. First server for Hudson is Lindsay. Drops in on the Prescott side for a point. Hudson's on the board first. Nice block at the net by Kat and Alicia. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott for a point for Hudson. Ball is served out of bounds. Drops in on the Hudson side after that hard kill. Score is tied at 2.
Same thing, White. Let's go.
Overpass is brought down by Prescott. Drops in on the Hudson side. Prescott has 4, Hudson has 2. This game is only played to 15. Alicia finds the right spot for a point. Substitution being made on the Prescott side and the Hudson side. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. And the next server is Kat. Prescott hits the antenna. That's rolled outside. Point for Hudson. The score is tied at 4. It's an ace for Kat. Jennifer slides that one along the tape for a point. Nice up by Katie. Valiant effort by Hudson, just doesn't quite make it. Hudson has 6, Prescott has 5. That's a kill for Jennifer. Substitution being made on the Prescott side. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Hudson has 7, Prescott has 5. Nice block at the net and dig up by Lindsay. Prescott hits that one into the net and the blockers. Point for Hudson. Timeout being called by Prescott. 1 timeout being called so far by Prescott. None by Hudson so far. Hudson has 8, Prescott has 5. Alicia's serve is out of bounds. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Touch off the blocker before it hands out of bounds. That's a point for Prescott. Lift being called on Jennifer. The score is tied at 8. Ball's on the line. Point for Prescott. That's a kill by Jennifer. The score is tied at 9. Amber and Kirsten are coming in for Lindsay and Jennifer. The next server is Kirsten. Ball is hit out of bounds by Natalie. Point for Prescott. Substitution being made on the Prescott side. Ball gets down in front of the blockers. Point for Prescott. They have 11. Hudson has 9. Ball is put down firmly by Prescott. Timeout being called by Hudson. 1 timeout has been called by both sides. Amber gets through the blockers for a point. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. The next server is Cammie. Prescott has 12. Hudson has 10. Prescott puts that one into the net. Point for Hudson. attempt by Prescott to get that ball back in, but it does not clear the net. Drops in on the Prescott side. The score is tied at 12. Prescott hits that one into the net. Hudson has 13. Prescott has 12. Timeout being called by Prescott. Cammie's ball is served out of bounds. The score is tied at 13. Substitution on the Prescott side. Point for Hudson. This is game point for Hudson. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in. The next server is Katie. This is game point for Hudson. And Hudson has won the game and the match. Final score, Hudson 15, Prescott 13. Very strong opponent, Prescott. Very excited Hudson team. Hudson should be the winner of the tournament today. Out of the 3 matches they played, they go undefeated. Hudson girls thanking their supporters.